I have heard it all over the years, the cringe-worthy interview question. Sometimes I honestly believe employers are asking those just to see what kind of reaction they get, and it's not so much about the answer as in how you answer that.
I think the first thing I always would tell somebody in that case is kind of take a breath, relax. I think 99% of the time it comes more from kind of a well-intentioned ignorance than it does somebody trying to do or say something maybe the way you heard it. For instance, I had a candidate years ago interview and basically had facial hair and was perhaps maybe slightly darker complected, but was told by the actual president of the agency that, quote, it would be great to get some more diversity in here. Obviously not something he probably should have said or would want to say if he had it to do over again, but the intention I don't think was maybe as bad. Fortunately, in that case, the candidate kind of chuckled, rolled with it, and then called me to laugh later. But I think in most cases, it's well-meaning enough people, maybe just misspeaking.
You also have to be ready for situations where those questions are going to be asked. I have oftentimes had clients after an interview decide to invite them to the kitchen and there's beer, or there is a very intense way to interview somebody off-site and invite them to a bar. And some of those situations make it pretty difficult for some candidates. It makes you feel quite uncomfortable. And whether it be a litmus test or just what the culture is, you have to be prepared for anything.
There was a time during an interview when the person that was interviewing me was an older male, and he made the comment to me, well, I'm not sure this is going to be the right role for you because you'll have to travel and you have kids. Not cool. Last week, a candidate just told me that during an interview, someone said to her, or asked her the question, so why are you looking for a 100% remote role? Is it because you have kids, right? Both super cringeworthy moments, both super inappropriate. But if something happens like that to you during an interview, there's two ways you can react. First, you can get super defensive, take it super personal, end the interview, walk out, wipe your hands, be done with it. Second, what I would recommend, and what I did, was redirect your answer to answer the question that they're actually asking. So for me, I said, I'm able to travel up to 25% of the time, which is what was listed on the job description. So finish up the interview, wrap up, move on. If you are working with a recruiter on that role, it's a good idea to let them know of any cringeworthy moments so they can go back to those hiring managers, maybe review what types of interview questions are appropriate to ask.